Job done, Brian.
Job well.
Up to today, like.
Look, we're happy enough, with a big crowd in Ennis. Little bit of expectation, our own supporters came here in their droves to support the team, and probably under a little bit of pressure to make sure we didn't disappoint them, and that we performed, and happy enough that we performed to a reasonable level.
Does it make any difference to next week's game now, Brian, that you're already in the Munster final?
To be honest with you, Seamus, I haven't really thought about next week's game. We had put everything into this as we've done for each one of the games so far. So we'll review it now during the week, and we'll see how. We look at injuries. There's obviously a couple of knocks and belts the fellas have got. So we'll review things during the week.
Brian, you were saying there about expectations. Must be hugely satisfying that you backed up expectations and delivered such a big performance.
Yeah, you're conscious of that when the place hasn't been packed for a while. There hasn't been as big a demand for tickets in a while, and when you have that level of expectation, you want to perform for the county,
Brian, the Limerick manager is on RT1 and he feels hard done.
Yeah, I don't know, you could feel that, done.
Look, I suppose, it was important for us to back up that expectation, and for the players to put in a performance for themselves, but also for the followers that came.
Was the draw fair enough?
I was just looking at the stats inside, and the various matrix that we look at, and they're all very even.
Please, we'll do an interview here.
They're all very even. Even Freeze conceded. I think we conceded 11 each. The possession turnovers, I think, was something like 27 versus 25. So all of the matrix seemed very even from the game, but I was stuck in the middle, so sometimes you don't get the same perspective that you could get from looking at it from the stand.
That word spirit, Brian, to the fore yet again.
Yeah, look, I think we got the last point 11. Did we?
No.
They got Burns for free.
Yeah. Well, it was up and down. We were ahead, and they came back. They went ahead, and we went ahead. So look, the spirit was good. There's a great bunch there. They work very hard, and just happy that the bunch are getting some amount of reward. I suppose if you consider being in the Munster final a reward for the work we've done so far, it's good that we're getting that reward.
It was a real physical battle, Brian. A real physical battle, and our lads really stood up to that physical battle. You must be very pleased about that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think that you kind of expect that now with Limerick. They're so intense and they're so committed to the breakdown. It's like a rugby phrase, committed to the breakdown, but committed to breaking ball. So yeah, it is, and they're such powerful men. And physically they're big guys too. When you hit, you stay hitting. You need a lot of conditioning to be able to handle that kind of intensity. But of course, it being in Ennis here was an advantage to us as well. That's we're not going to have that against them anymore.
An all-round great performance with a tremendous leadership from Tony Kelly once again.
Yeah, sure. Look, Tony is. We know, we see it every single.
Can we just hear the field now, please? Thank you. Just hear the field now, please. Thank you very much.
We see it every single training session that he comes out. He's just top guy in every area that you look at, whether it be regardless of what you look at, he's just a top guy, and he's been like that for a long number of years. We had him in UL, and he was. Every match that he played, he was man of the match, or almost every game. He's just a phenomenal guy.
Atmosphere here next week, Brian. It'll be effectively a send-off to a Munster final, but it'll be lovely to be involved in.
Oh yeah, well look, it's Munster Championship game, and we'll be tuning in from that. There's a bit of recovery now. Tomorrow, and we'll be back in the field on Tuesday night.
Well done, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks.